Our league form's good, but now comes the cup, and Mr. Bradley wants a cup run. Roll intro. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of Non-League to Glory. I'm Adam, and on today's episode we have our FA Trophy game away at Altrincham and our home game against Sutton United. Since you were last with me, we have gone on... Where did we finish off? We finished off against Chorley, so we beat Chelmsford then 5-1. Let me put my view on. So we beat Chelmsford 5-1. Paris Magoma, Devonte Arancibia, Benjamin Kimpioka and Angel with 2. We then followed that up with a 3-0 victory over Barnet, thanks to Paris Magoma with 1, Benjamin Kimpioka with 1 and Akin Adimeo with 1. We then beat Ebbsfleet thanks to Benjamin Kimpioka's goal, before losing uncharacteristically to Halifax 2-1, where the same sort of story regarding a lot of shots, but Halifax also matched us for that. So it wasn't just the striking problem that we notified up here, it was also the whole team problem. So I guess I must have upset him. Anyway, today's game we play Altrincham, then we're at home to Sutton. With the transfer wise, excuse me, I think I'm losing my voice a little bit, but transfer wise we have brought in Antonio Sola. He's a left wing back, 3.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability. It's £350 a week and was released by Barcelona. Now, one of the reasons he came in, most notably, because he is better than Morgan Boyes, who's playing there at the moment, and he's a wing back. But he's also better than Gideon Adu-Pepra, and although he was really good last season, he is now the third choice. And if we remove Gideon Adu-Pepra and get him out of the club, that's a wage off our budget, and Sola takes that wage up, which by Adam maths that means he doesn't cost me anything. We have also let Samuel Manka go on loan, and we have also let Baptiste Gautier go on a free transfer, which does sound a little bit insane because he was a very good player, but that freed up £400 on the wage budget, which is needed. So our wage budget has now gone up to 8,968. In fact, did we go through the Garmendi? Where's the Garmendi? So let's go back to the transfer centre. So in regards to outs, Nicholas Garmienda spat the dummy out, was dropped to the under 23s and instantly started getting offers as soon as he was transfer listed, and will be joining Latina in Spain for projected 51,000 but 41,000 cash on the 2nd of January. So that was used in here to push into here to give us some more wage budget. So now we need to lose about £700 of that wage budget. Forget Sola, who we've just signed, because he's going to be free once we've got Adu-Pepra out, and so that will probably mean, plus Garmendia out, will probably mean we come back in within that balance. So what that means for the club vision is we are on course to meet that. They're pleased with the position that we're in at the moment, delighted with what we're doing with the club, and we're on course for the promotion that they so much want. So let's go to the league table, the big table. So we now sit second after losing our first game of the season, and the team that we beat are now above us, and the other team we beat are now below us. So it's very tight. Although you look at our monster goal difference of 25 and only conceding 6, then we look pretty good. We do have that game in hand, and that would take us 2 points clear. They only want playoffs, so at the moment, if we're only wanting playoffs, that puts us 11 points above Maidstone, clear of them, and so that's realistically where we should be. If we look at the goal scoring, Angel's been overtook. I think this is the first time in probably about a year that he is not the top scorer in the league that he's in, and that's through that inconsistency. It's Jonathan Edwards who's the top scorer on 11, then Angel, then Colby Bishop on 8. Umberto Otranto is absolutely outstanding. He's better than last season in a higher division. He's got 7 Man of the Match awards. He's also our best average rating after 14 games with 8.14. The closest competitor to him is Chiori Johnson, who's an Alfreton player, on 7.56. The assists, Otranto's hit 9, which dwarfs Paris Magoma's 5, and so Paris Magoma since the last save hasn't assisted, and Otranto's come from nowhere to have 9 assists. So today's game we are playing Altrincham away in the FA Cup, and so the team that we're going to put out to do that is Dewhurst in goal, Aina on the right, I think Johnson suspended, Odesina, Odimeo and Boys on the left, although Solar's going to make his debut so we can get some run into him. VC, Magoma, Otranto in the middle, Whitaker on the left, Kimpioka on the right, and Angel is dropped in favour of Taylor Crossdale to see whether that can motivate us. The other thing before we go any further that I want to show you is, before the start of this season, Angel was rated as a leading, I think it was leading League 2 player. His star rating, and bear in mind our scouting and assistant isn't that great, but we haven't changed much of those and since the start of the season, and they don't rate him anymore. So either he's dropped off tremendously or my scouts have got better. Either way, he's no longer rated better than Juanito Lopez, Morgan Whitaker, and he's as good only as Lopez and Whitaker, and Crossdale and Kimpioka aren't far off. So that fall from grace is coming rather quickly, which is quite a concern, seeing as I've extended his contract till 2022 because I got excited and I didn't want to lose him at the end of the year because I thought he was going to be amazing. So that's a concern. I don't think we'd have trouble moving him on if we wanted to move him on. He has scored 10 in 14, so he's not doing bad. It just may mean that he's on his downward trajectory far earlier than we would have expected. So, Taylor Crossdale starts for him today. We do want to put too much pressure on in this game, although we do want to win. But the media was there, so let's have a look and see what we can do against Altrincham. Let's remember, Altrincham are in the division below. We I think drew with them twice last season on our way to winning promotion, so this should be not necessarily a walkover, but a lot more easy than what we've been up against previously. And it would be disappointing if we haven't progressed since then with the names that we've added, the money in wages that we're spending, and the board want us to reach the second round. So Whitaker now, and instantly there, Antonio Sola. Let me turn this down because I have it far too high. So Antonio Sola crosses in to put Taylor Crossdale there, who scores, and Sola gets his first assist on his debut, and Crossdale starting scores a goal. We've got Hulme now, Williams, Solar, Otranto over the top. Here's Taylor Crossdale, and it could have been a second there. I am hoping Taylor Crossdale is the answer to what we found. I mean, Angel has been fantastic, 10 goals in 14 games, you can't really knock that, but the problem is as we go through the season, when he's not scoring, we haven't got a focal point. We did so well last year because Angel scored those goals. So if we can get Taylor Crossdale into those sort of realms, even a 20-25 goal a season striker, then that would probably set us up with Angel to come off. Also saying that, Angel's on nearly £800 a week, and that could be probably spent elsewhere if he's not needed, so it gives us more options. Anyway, Kimpioka wastes it by taking it himself. So half time, Alfreton 1, Altrincham 0. I'm pleased with how things are going. We're not really give Altrincham a chance here, which is good. Although saying that, 8 shots is not giving them a chance, but they've not had any meaningful shots that we have seen. Kimpioka's not having a great game, and I'm looking for probably Kyra to come on. We'll give him a run as well, and probably Aaron Sibia and Estrada. So Aaron Sibia does need that match time. He's been ousted thanks to Morgan Whittaker's loan deal. It's 1-0 and I'm quite happy in this cup just to be through. So 1-0 is absolutely fine. There's no panic buttons unless Altrincham score now. And I thought they were going to. Dewhurst saves, pair of safe hands in the net. And he boots that long to Crossdale, who's not really going to keep that. But Aaron Sibia collects the loose ball here, plays it on to Taylor Crossdale, and Taylor Crossdale could have had his second then. Magoma tackle, but he gets it back, plays it in. They are trying to get that second. Odesina plays it back, and I thought he played it too short. Solar there picks up the loose ball, and now a corner. It's Atranto with the corner. Atranto's going to pick up this as it comes back out to him, plays it in to Kyra Matang. Aaron Sibia, Atranto, it's Taylor Crossdale gets the head. He has looked more threatening than what I've seen Angel recently, so it has been a good outing for him today. Good win, boys, well done. It's a draw for the FA Cup first round to see who we will play. There is 88 teams, and so this could be long and drawn out. Crawley, Barrow, Sunderland, and that, yes, Coventry, I think, Middlesbrough. Sutton, Concord, Halifax, Doncaster, Sunderland, Hereford get them, Peterborough, Cambridge, Salford, St Albans, Bristol Rovers, Crewe. Let's just automatically draw it because this is taking and it's being drawn up and it keeps going up. So let's draw all teams and see who we have got. We have got Spennymoor. So this may help us achieve that second round goal because Spennymoor are in the division below us. Although we're away from home, that may lead us on to a bit better tie if we can get through there. And so the FA Cup dream is on. And now on to Yeovil Town. So the team that we're going to put out to play Yeovil Town away from home is Dewhurst in goal, Aina on the right, Odesina Odemeo in the centre, Solar on the left, VC, Magoma and Atranto in the centre, Whittaker on the left, Kimpioka on the right, and Taylor Crossdale keeps his place over Angel for this next game. I would presume Yeovil are a big team in this division and should be up there. We'll have a look in a second. I think they are struggling. Oh, they're in relegation. So Solar on the ball now. Solar's going to bring it back. It's Odemeo. Tries to get it out to Whittaker. But now Yeovil pick up the ball. Diath. Yeovil in one of those false positions because I don't think Yeovil should be down there. In comparison to us, they are a very big team. Diath, Hippolyte, Diath, Worthington, Beading, Minoga, Doofus, back in, comes to nothing. I think that's a free kick there. It's Dewhurst who takes this. Odesina out to Solar. Solar takes his man on. and then plays it over the top, and Crossdale tries to come down. It's a Tranto out to Kimpioka. Kimpioka takes his man on, drills it in, but it's wide and high and just not very good. Let's get that changed back there. So, I mean, I recognise, I think it's Courtney Doofus, it's that Reese Murphy. So there's a couple of recognising faces on there. And Patterson might be the guy, the young guy from Sunderland. So they should be doing better than they're doing. We are struggling, and Odemayo has just picked up an injury. Solar's, Solar is struggling. Let's get Obi on, and we'll let Solar stay on till half time and assess whether he can carry on. But that is really low. Was it that low to begin with? I'm not happy with that performance. I think they should be doing better with Yeovil struggling. Solar looks like he's going to be coming off soon, which is a shame, but at least we've got some game time into him, because that's what he needs, because he does look a very, very good player for this level. Kimpioka now takes it off the Yeovil player. He's go running down the right. Is he going to take it on his own again? He does, and it just works out. It might not have done. It's his 6th goal of the season. We are 1-0 up against Yeovil, and draw that gap to Aldershot just to 1 point. Kimpioka running up onto the right, doesn't play it in behind, which you'd expect, straight through the keeper's legs and in. Classy goal from Kimpioka, 1-0. VC, and it's time to bring Solar off. And he is struggling. Morgan Boys is going to come on. We are going to bring Angle on for Taylor Crossdale, which I was hoping Crossdale could get his self on the score sheet today. He's not had a fantastic game, but neither has Morgan Whittaker. So if it stays like this, I don't see 1-0 being a bad result against Yeovil. I know they're down there, but I think this is one of those false position things, because they are better on a lot more clubs that's down there, such as Maidenhead. They're playing a lot better than when we played Maidenhead, for example. And there's the goal, and it's Miles Hippolyte. It's his 3rd goal of the season. Haji Manoga with the assist, and it is 1-1. And I thought we might get away with a 1-0 victory here today, but we've been pulled back by Yeovil, and it's 1-1 here away from home. And we don't look as good as what we did. This could be something we have to look at, or maybe revert back to, because something I can't bring anybody else on. What are you doing, Adam? You've made 3 subs. Tranto's not having one of his better games. He's alright, but that was a bit of a dour game, really. I'm not happy with that. Angel looks stressed. He does need to look stressed because he's not performing. So let's look at the big table. Alfreton on 34 points. Aldershot open up a 3-point gap. We do have a game in hand over both them and Barnet. Barnet just in behind, but we've won 10, drawn 4, lost 1, 32 scored, 7 against, 25 goal difference. We have Angel as the 2nd top scorer, and I'm not convinced. The more I watch him, the less I'm convinced by him. And then he'll go and score a hat-trick, but you know, you take that hat-trick off him, well, the 2 hat-tricks off him, he's got 4 goals for the season, and after 15 games, that's not really a good return if we look at it like that. Player of the match is a Tranto, obviously. His match rating just slightly down to 805, but still very impressive, and we now have the top 3 assisters in the league in a Tranto on 9, Magoma on 5, and Chiori Johnson on 4. We are now going to probably play Kidderminster, Hartlepool, Sutton, and I do want to get through a chunk of these games so we're not stuck here. So although I do want to feature the FA Cup on here, we're going to get through probably November and then come back for the December game against Barrow and Chelmsford. and probably we will have a second round. We'll probably have a second round there. It's going to be probably beginning of December here sometime. Let me have a look, can we see? When is the schedule? Schedule, third round is December, third round draw beginning of December, second round. So the second round is on the 28th of November. So if we do get through, that is probably where I'd want to be. And so we're talking around the end of November. So if we get through against Spennymoor, we'll be back for this FA Cup second round. If not, our next game will be Barrow. I'm Adam. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode. If you've got this far, just hold on a few seconds more. If you've liked what you've seen, please like just down there. Also subscribe, you'll see what else is coming from the channel. We've got other football content coming and potentially other series that you may enjoy. This is Non-League to Glory. Thank you for watching. See you soon.